What is up, everyone? Welcome to today's reaction video, and today's reaction is the very special monthly request of my incredible Patreon follower, Lampropolis, aka Nika. Nika, thank you so much for all of your support, for being the beautiful and incredible human being that you are, and for all of the amazing fan art you bring to the Discord. I absolutely adore every single time I get to see one of your artworks. They are gorgeous. They are absolutely beautiful, and I love them so much. So thank you for all that you do. And I can't wait to get into today's reaction because Nika has once again put an incredible B-2 song in front of us today. The more songs I hear by this group, the more I'm blown away by them. Not only because their lyrics translate so beautifully over to English and their poetry is always so amazing, but their voices are just incredible. Now, this particular one is called Lullaby. I don't know the first thing about it, but I do know that we are watching a live version of it. We're not watching the original film clip version. We are watching a professionally recorded live version, which is going to be very cool. From what Nika has told me in the description of the official version of this, there is officially the song Lullaby is dedicated in memory of one of their friends who I believe has obviously passed away, and it seems like they would have passed away from cancer because at some stage they asked them to write her a lullaby, a song to help her sleep, and they wrote this about dealing with cancer. That is the official side of it. Unofficially, from what I understand, a few of the fans have drawn strong conclusions from this and drawn strong parallels to this between the war between Russia and Ukraine. We don't get political on the channel. I don't know enough. I'm not smart enough to get political, to put it simply. But either way, I can't wait to see the kind of imagery and the kind of stories they tell that have led fans to that conclusion, because it's apparently quite a glaring or obvious conclusion to come to. I don't know. I can't wait to find out. We're going to get into it. So this is B-2 singing Lullaby. Let's go. I love that start straight away. Just silence with that ooh sound is just really like, it's one of those things that you can't quite tell if it's vocals, an instrument, or like what it is exactly. It's obviously vocals, but at the same time it just hits your ear in a very particular way that like I get images in my head right away of like the first thing my brain goes to is like a war horn or a siren of some kind, but just this repeated warm, warm, warm noise is really cool. Oh, that is one thing that I need to mention, you guys. I just realized then as the video started, the one thing that Nika has mentioned in her description for this one that I almost forgot. Trigger warning, epilepsy warning. There is apparently a lot of flashing lights in the visuals for this live performance, where we are going to get a lot of strobing lights. If that is something that you struggle with, yeah, you might need to stick a post-it note or something over the actual video itself, because yeah, apparently a lot of flashing lights, and apparently that is possibly an intentional thing for the song itself, because it is apparently a song about with some dark themes and about some scary stuff. So that is very possibly an intentional thing, but just a warning for you: if flashing lights is something that can set you off, please exercise caution. Please just block out the screen now. We don't want any health emergencies on our hand. So yeah, just wanted to give a heads up for that one. Almost forgot. Thank God I didn't. The way that this is built up from just those vocalizations to really subtly that tick, 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 tick noise came in, and now it's building up more and more, and we're getting more and more sounds mixing in with it. It's unsettling. It's immediately just kind of chills down your spine. Something is building, anxiety is building type moment. Like, they've done it well. know I'm pausing a lot, but there's something I want to go back to here because it was a visual that was just as a visual alone, taking aside any symbol or meaning to it at all, as a visual alone, the fact that we have this flag behind them, okay, that's waving, and while the lights are like this, it almost looks like a white flag. It almost looks like it's like just a white flag that's being waved. Then that red light comes back all of a sudden, and the color of the flag itself seems to change with the lighting. And it's just a really cool little visual effect that I just noticed. No, I'm wrong. I think they actually changed the entire graphic to be red. I thought it was just the light like making it seem like it was red. No, that seemed like it was a full red graphic there, which is pretty cool. From the deep darkness, I call on the cosmos. That's nice.
Из глубокой темноты вызываю космос. Мой космос. Этот праздник обернулся бедой. Все, что было, разделилось на до и после.
Yo, looking at this from the perspective of being written as like the lullaby for the person who, or the song for the person who has cancer, everything has been divided to before and after. Oh my God. In terms of lyrics, are you kidding me? Like the idea that that would 100% be the case. I can't speak from experience. It's not something I've gone through, but I know people that have gone through it. I've lost people to it. And the fact that your entire life would that would be the case. It would be separated to everything before you got that diagnosis, everything before the penny dropped, the shoe dropped, the boot dropped, and then after. And something about having it laid out like that, worded like that, just gave me chills because it's such an obvious and clear thing, and yet you never think about it as kind of a thing of that the moment you get that news, your life, especially knowing knowing when you get the news that it's going to be terminal, when you get the news there's nothing can be done, nothing in your life's ever going to be the same. Doesn't matter if you have a year left, 6 months left, 5 years left. Your entire life from that point on is a ticking clock, and to live like that would be so incredibly difficult, and it's so heart-wrenching. But that line about everything is divided into before and after, like, just perfectly captures that your life completely changes in a sentence, in an instant. That's brutal.
Этот праздник обернулся бедой. Все, что было, разделилось на до и после. После. И как мне с этим жить? Я не смогу забыть. Спой мне колыбельную, и пусть кошмар уйдет. Я должен точно знать, за что придется отдать.
that's the first time in the song there that I've kind of caught on the double meaning. And maybe it's like a lost in translation type thing from Russian to English, but from what I'm understanding, it's not. The fact that this little line here about what it's going to cost me, my one and only soul, like it's the first part that I've been like, huh, that's interesting. It's not that it's not applicable to what they have said the song's about. It's not that it's not applicable to it at all. It's just that it could be more applicable to the situation. And from what I understand of I again, I don't know full in depth here. I'm not a good source to cite on this. Do some research, do your own research. But from what I understand is that the fans think that this is kind of a story written from the point of someone who is going to go to war or being forced to go to war. And that line about what it's going to cost me, my one and only soul, that makes a lot of sense in terms of that, especially if you're being forced to go to war and you don't want to. Again, I can only go off what I've been told. I'm not sure of the exact details and things like that, but if anyone wants to explain in the comments, I would love to read it. But from what Nika has told me, that's kind of the vibe, is that it can be interpreted in multiple different ways, and that's music. I love that music, one person can listen to a song and take it one way, one person can take it a complete different way, because half of this song so far is giving me like the same vibes of My Chemical Romance song Cancer, where it's just perfectly summing up the experience. And then there's other parts like this where I'm like, huh, I wonder what they mean by that. And if from a songwriting point, it is just completely to do with their friend who is passing away of cancer, I would love to know the thought process behind these particular lines here, because I'm not too sure what part about. I guess losing your life means that, you know, your soul's going to depart, but if anything, you are the soul that moves on. So I don't know what they mean by losing your soul there. But yeah, either way, deep words and beautifully written.
Душу неразменную, когда мой час пробьет, я пришел сквозь отрицание зла, только счастье от чужого добра не будет.
Again, absolute bars they are spitting in this song. Absolute bars. Like, hang on, I've gone back too far now. I'm just lost in these lyrics. Sorry, guys. I've been through the denial of evil, but happiness from someone's goodness will not come. Damn. Like, that could be taken in a lot of ways. That could be taken in a hell of a lot of ways, in the fact of, like, you know, I've had my head buried in the sand waiting for good things to happen, but it's just not going to happen. It could be taken in the way of, you know, I've been in denial that evil exists, but as like happiness is not going to come from goodness, so we have to, like, I have to do evil things now, I have to fight, whatever, however you want to take that. It's some deep lyrics. Oh my god.
Только счастье от чужого добра не будет. Не будет.
The way he hits that, I'm gonna say the English word will, like the nya that he does is a really nice note there.
Не будет. Не будет. Мир животных изначально жесток, но не звери нажимают курок, а люди.
Well, there it is right there. That part's pretty undeniable. Like, phew, they're like straight up saying, you know, this the animalistic side of the world, it's a dark place, but it ain't animals that are doing the dark stuff here. It's people pulling the trigger of guns. It's hard to deny what he's saying there.
И как мне с этим жить? Я не смогу забыть. Спой мне колыбельную, и пусть кошмар уйдет.
Whoever filmed this concert, my God, give them a pay rise, a huge freaking pay rise. This is so damn cinematic. The amount of camera angles that we have, the angles that we're getting are freaking iconic. And like, taking aside the fact they sound incredible, obviously this is an official live performance, so it's probably filmed with a lot more cameras, or it is a compilation of different recordings all put together. And I'd assume that the vocals are mixed afterwards. But regardless, sound incredible. And this is, in terms of a live performance, this looks more cinematic than some film clips out there do. Just saying.
И пусть кошмар уйдет. Я должен точно знать, за что придется отдать душу неразменную, когда мой час пробьет.
I love the way they've done that. It is such like a simple thing, but it sounds so damn good. The way that it's just that note going down and then back up and then back down and then back up just sounds so damn nice. And like I said, I don't know guitar in the slightest. I don't know how much of a complex or easy thing this is to do, but in terms of a songwriting device, it sounds freaking awesome. I'm sorry, the visuals of the people wearing blindfolds. I imagine that's a whole like symbol that needs to be unpacked there that I'm not the person to unpack. But either way, the fact the crowd is sitting there wearing blindfolds is iconic symbolism. And just like in terms of, like I said, film clips don't have images that are this cool in them. Like, and again, please, if there is some dark meaning to the blindfolds, please forgive me. I don't know the symbolism. But all I know is that when it flashed to the audience there and we had a whole bunch of people wearing blindfolds, it looked cool.
За что придется отдать душу неразменную, когда мой час пробьет.
love the way that ended. I love the way that that song, as it went through, it built up from like it built up from the point of not like nothing, just that ooh sound, all the way up into this big epic song, and then was reduced back down to just that ooh sound again. It was beautifully written. Also, in terms of like lyrics, and again, certain words would clash as they always do with this kind of thing. But out of all the songs I've heard so far, this is the one that I could most see someone being able to sing along with this in English and it lining up perfectly, which is a tricky thing sometimes when songs are written in another language. But I was singing along with or mouthing along with it with the English words because I didn't know the other words obviously. But either way, incredibly written song, beautiful imagery as always, beautiful vocals. This man can sing. He is sing incredibly. I can't even put into words how nice his voice is and how well it works for the kind of songs they sing. They have completely and totally found and nailed their niche in the biggest way. I loved this. This was absolutely awesome. Like I said, if you're a B2 fan, jump in the comments. Let me know all the details, all the goss, all the info, because I'm so interested to know more. Also, check out the original video that is linked in the description below. Obviously, it won't have the English subtitles that Len Propultis was kind enough to add for us, but I will link it there anyway. And leave a like and comment on this video and subscribe to me if you haven't already, because it helps out the channel so much. Also, check me out over on Patreon, where I run weekly polls for the reactions that I do here on the channel. I also do weekly TV show reactions, a monthly movie reaction, a monthly live stream, and at the highest tier, you can get a guaranteed reaction right here on the channel. So check all that out over on my Patreon. I will see you all in the next reaction video. Have a great day, night, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time zone you're in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.